What if I told you that the secret to being happier isn't about chasing some huge, life-changing goal? What if it's actually about noticing the small, simple, joyful moments that are already happening all around you every single day? Well, today, we're going to dive right into that.
So let me just ask you this. Does the constant pressure to be happy sometimes feel like just another stressful thing on your to-do list? If it does, you're not alone. It's this really common feeling that happiness is some far-off destination that we have to work really, really hard to get to.
And that brings us to what we can call the happiness chase. It is such an easy trap to fall into, right? This idea that happiness is some kind of prize you win at the end of a long, difficult race.
We tell ourselves things like, oh, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or when I finally go on that dream vacation. But when we think like that, we're constantly putting our joy on hold, and we end up missing all the small, wonderful things that are happening right here, right now.
But what if you could feel happier, like right now, in this very moment? Well, that's where this idea of joy triggers comes in, and honestly, it can be a total game changer. So, what exactly is a joy trigger? Well, as you can see, it's basically a simple, intentional thing you do. An action, a thought, a moment that gives you an immediate mood boost. You can almost think of it as happiness on demand. And look, this isn't about pretending life's problems don't exist. It's about actively, intentionally sprinkling your day with moments of genuine pleasure.
This whole concept was really popularized by Arianna Huffington, and I think this quote just nails it. A truly balanced life isn't just about checking off boxes and being successful. It's about intentionally making space for joy.
Now here's the really cool part. This isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It's actually deeply rooted in our brain chemistry. These small, joyful actions can literally trigger the release of powerful chemicals in our brains that make us feel good. Let's take a quick look at what's going on up there.
Okay, first up, we've got dopamine. This is the reward chemical. You know that little rush you feel when you cross something off your to-do list or take the first bite of your favorite food? That's dopamine. It's basically your brain saying, hey, that was awesome. Let's do that again.
Next is oxytocin, which you can think of as the bonding or cuddle hormone. It's that warm, fuzzy feeling you get from a really good hug, or when you're just petting your dog. It's what creates feelings of trust, connection, and just deep calm.
Then you have serotonin, often called the happiness molecule. This one is a huge mood regulator. And simple things like stepping out into the sunshine for a minute, or even just thinking about a happy memory, those can actually boost your serotonin levels and give you that feeling of overall contentment.
And finally, endorphins. These are your body's own natural pain relievers. They're responsible for that euphoric feeling people call a runner's high. But listen, you don't have to run a marathon to get it. Even just a brisk walk or dancing around your kitchen can get those endorphins flowing.
So this all sounds pretty great, right? The big question is, how do you actually find your personal triggers? Because they are incredibly personal. So let's look at two really simple ways you can start figuring out what they are. Okay, so the first method is to look back. Just take a few quiet minutes and think about things that have always made you smile. You know, a certain song, the smell of freshly cut grass, a favorite childhood memory. The second way, which can be even more powerful, is to just notice them as they happen. Pay attention during your day, and when you feel that little spark of joy, make a mental note of what caused it. And here's a super practical tip. Start a note on your phone or in a little notebook and just call it Joy Triggers. Then, whenever you notice one, just add it to the list. Before you know it, you'll have this amazing, personalized menu of mood boosters that you can turn to whenever you need one.
All right, so now let's get into some real-world examples to get you started. And just remember, there are absolutely no right or wrong answers here. It's all about what brings you that little spark of happiness. So many joy triggers are tied to our senses. Things like that first perfect sip of coffee in the morning, it's the best. Or that unique earthy smell after it rains. That's called petrichor, by the way. Or maybe it's as simple as hearing your favorite song come on the radio. Or the incredible feeling of slipping into a bed with fresh, clean sheets.
Connection with others is another huge source of joy. Think about the warmth you get from a real long hug, or that surprising little lift from a genuine smile from a total stranger. That's that oxytocin we talked about, kicking in and reminding us that, hey, we're all in this together.
And finally, a lot of triggers are just intentional acts. Simple choices, like putting your phone away so you can truly savor a meal, taking just 1 minute to write down 3 things you're grateful for, or doing a small, kind thing for someone else.
These are actions that put you right in the driver's seat of your own well-being.
So what this all really boils down to is a shift in perspective. Instead of seeing happiness as some big thing you have to wait for, you start to see it as a practice, a skill even. By finding and using your joy triggers, you are actively training your brain to find and create happiness in the here and now.
So, I'll leave you with this one question. What is one small joy you can trigger for yourself today? Just one. Think about it. What's one simple thing you can do right now to give yourself that little burst of happiness? Because that power to feel better, it's always within your reach.